Okay, so today we're going to talk about real world percent of change. So at this point, we've talked about percent of change, we've talked about percent of a number, and I think the most applicable way to talk about percent of change is with sales and tax and discount and things like that. So you'll notice on the screen you see a basketball hoop, and this is actually from a Target catalog that came in the mail. Um, that is discussing some sales that are coming up at Target for the Christmas holidays. So this right here is going to be one of our proportion boxes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the percent of change proportion box. And remember, a proportion is just two equivalent fractions, so it's nothing, nothing crazy. Percent is always a number out of 100. And this percent proportion box is a tad bit different because in the top, it's your amount of change, and the bottom is your original. Okay, so the amount of change and your original. We talked about this with percent of change already, I believe, but this is just kind of what we're going to build our box to be. So I'm going to leave that right there, and we're going to actually set up our box for this particular situation. So let's say we wanted to buy this portable basketball hoop. Looks pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and fill in our information. So we do not know the percent of change. We actually don't know how much we're saving. And sometimes they like to trick us, so they it looks like a really good deal, but it's actually maybe only a few percent of a difference. So we're going to go ahead and just see how much money we're saving. Maybe there's another sale at another store and we want to check it out so that we know that we're getting a good deal. So percent is the piece that we're missing. Percent is always a number out of 100. And let's just kind of talk about for a minute how we find these different amounts. So right now, I know that the original price, you can kind of see it really tiny here. The regular price is what it says, and it has it marked out. It's $199.99. So that's actually going to be my original price, $199.99. That's my original price. And right now, it seems as though we do not know this value right here. We actually do. We're just going to have to do some calculations. So if we come over here and we look again at the original price and the sale price, we can find the amount of change, right? The amount of change is just basically what's the difference between those two prices. So anytime you want to find the amount of change with a percent of change question, you're going to do some subtraction. So to find the amount of change, we would do 199.99, which was the original price, minus 179.99. And you guys probably can already see that's going to be $20 difference, okay? So right here in our amount of change section in our proportion box, we're going to do the $20. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put my variable right here because we are missing the percent. We want to know what is the percent of change, and let's go ahead and solve this proportion. So what it's going to look like is 199.99. It's not going to be super friendly numbers because these are actually real world numbers. 199.99 equals, and then 100 times 20. Remember, when you multiply by 100, you can just move your decimal 2 spaces to the right. And that is what our equation is going to look like. So again, it is just a one-step equation, not super friendly numbers, but that's not a big deal for us. We're going to divide by 199.99 on both sides. And we'll use our calculator to do that since it is real world numbers. We'll go ahead and use our calculator for that. So 2,000 divided by 199.99. And we get 10.0005. We'll just say that is approximately, put my little approximately, that's approximately 10%. So if we go back over to my original proportion box, this percent piece was the piece that I was missing. So this right here is the piece that we were trying to find. We were trying to find the percent of change. So the percent of change is 10%, and there's really important word that goes with percent of change. You got to kind of decide, was it a percent increase or was it a percent decrease? So we go back and we look at our original cost. Our original cost was $199, and it went down to $179.99. So this would definitely be a 10% decrease. So Target reduced their price by 10%. You're saving 10% on this item, which is the percent of change.